Hey, what's going on YouTube? Ocus Norton back here again. It's been a while since I've done a video and figured I'd come in and let you guys know what's going on with the layout. Long story short, I've been really busy. Last job I had, or unit I had, I was really busy with a lot of operational tempo. So I wasn't able to get out here with the layout as much as I wanted to. However, here recently, I've been able to make some time and do some more things with the layout, and it's been pretty good. I won't really say success, but I've got some projects that I've started, and hopefully within the next month you should see some pretty good success. So not a lot has changed from probably the last time we visited this, but I figured I'd let you know some cool things I've bought to add to the layout, and then I'd also probably show you some things that I plan on working on in the next near future. So with that said, let's go ahead and kick this video off. Alright, recently what I did is I went to a train show with a good buddy of mine named Jeff. Lives about a mile away from us. BNSF 9382 is his YouTube handler. He has a channel that has a layout that he's working on. He's been working on for the past, I'd say, about 5 years or so. Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyways, one of the things I bought while I was at the train show with him is I bought this new tanker car and these two hopper cars. Yep, they are two, don't remember off the top of my head tonnage of what type of cars they are. However, anyways, bought these, thought they were cool looking. The NS things remind me something of home. The NS logo, I'm sorry, reminds me of home back when the Norfolk Southern. It still runs through there. And also my good buddy Derek Glass. He is a big Norfolk Southern fan. And so I'm pretty sure he'll appreciate these as well, along with the Pro Car tanker car, and I plan to add some more tankers to my cars that I have. Alright, moving on. Alright, the first project that I've been working on here is I'm building my aggregate plant. So the aggregate plant is what I am depicting as the Southern Products, which is a aggregate plant that my dad works at and has worked at for the past, let's say, going on 20 plus years. But anyways, my depiction of this aggregate plant is a little bit different than what it is in real life. So what I did is I took the New River Coal Mine Company by Walthers, and I'm going to kind of make it into my version of an aggregate plant. Reason I'm using that versus the Glacier Mine from Walthers is one, I got a pretty good deal on this kit here, and it's my layout, as we like to say in the model railroading community, so I'll do as I please with it. So I'm going to turn this into an aggregate plant. So what I have here is a mock-up of what the building would look like with, instead of a 3-track as per the original plan, doing it as a 2-track. So I'm going to do it as a 2-track here, and these two coal cars here are depicting what it would look like with me pushing cars in here to distribute aggregate. Rock type stuff that would get pushed out on the rails and over to other companies to be incorporated with cement or whatever other things they want to use it for. On the back of it here, I've added the Glacier Sand Industries Walther kit as well, which I have over here. This Glacier, this is my mock-up of it. Very, very, very poor in my mock-up abilities. However, it kind of gives me a good idea of what it would look like. Long story short, on the back end, we have one track that's mainly for your rock in different sizes of rock on the inside, I guess you could call it, and then on the outside there, where we have the sand bins, this is where we'll have the sand that will get added to the cars as well. So I have some sand cars, and we'll distribute sand that way. I wanted to add it to where on this side here I could build a place where we could do bag sand and do box cars. I'm probably still looking to do that. However, I still don't have a plan on exactly how I'm going to do that or what building I'm going to use. So more to come on that, but that's my plan as of right now. So using this here and chopping off that top piece right about there and up, I'm going to use that New River coal mine to build my aggregate plant. So it's on the workbench right now, and we're going to be working on it to add it to the layout. So any suggestions you have on that, please send them my way, and I'll be sure to use them. Okay, so as we go down here, away from the, well, actually kind of where the entrance to the aggregate plant is, you'll see where the siding is. So on this siding here, I have a cross, or I don't know if I call this a crossover, but I have two turnouts that will go, one here to some type of industry. I'm thinking maybe a scrap yard or maybe a propane facility. And then over here I have another siding that's going to go down this long stretch of the layout here, where I'm going to already have a grain plant I'm going to add to here, which is going to be the Norton Feed Facility. Yes, I am using my last name in this. So I'm going to add a feed facility here where we'll load up feed cars and add those to the consists to go out on the main line. So one of my problems I have though is I don't think the grain facility is going to completely fill up this area. So I'm thinking I'm going to put I'm going to make one track just for the grain facility and maybe another track for some type of distribution facility through here. But it's still up in the air on exactly what it is I want to do. Very lost on exactly what I want to do here. The grain facility was kind of a thing I had in the beginning, and so I stuck with that. But I think the grain facility is not quite going to fill up this space like I want it to. What I plan to do is I'm going to take the Walters grain facility they have, and I'm going to make it somewhat of a backdrop building. I'm going to slice it in half, and with the silos and everything, I'm going to fill it in here. Sorry if I chopped this video up a little bit. I'm using my iPad for this video, so I keep pressing the stop button, so I apologize. Alright, moving over to the other side of the layout. So, what you see here is you see two cardboard boxes, and you're probably like, well, what the heck is that? So, these are some boxes that I use that I'm using to depict somewhat of a distribution facility I had over here. Some concrete distribution facilities, because there's supposed to be a cement plant over here. And I still haven't figured out what type of cement plant I want to do. If I want to do the full-fledged, hey, I'm going to bring raw materials in here and we're going to build cement from the ground up, or I'm going to bring actual cement and cement cars, and we're going to drop it off here, and then it's going to get distributed out to cement plants and whatever the case may be. So, I'm still kind of confused on what I want to do over here. I keep going back and forth. I actually had my hands on the Walters concrete plant that I was going to do some modifications to and add over here this weekend at the train show. And then I came back on it and I said, you know what? Nope, not going to do it. And then I came back and I'm like, well, do I want to do it? So I don't know. And it's really bugging me right now. So anybody toss out some ideas to me. Walter's kit is pretty big and it would take up a lot of this space here, which is okay. I think I have plenty of space here to fill that concrete plant here, but I just don't know if that's exactly what I want to do. And I don't know if I want to go and toss that money down the drain just yet and then come back and it not work. So I've thought about it, and I just don't know where to go with this. So I'm working on that. Over here, I'm looking to where I'm going to potentially build my actual, this is where I'm planning on doing my apologize for losing my train of thought. I'm planning on doing my engine facility. So right up in here, I plan on putting a small engine facility, no bigger than maybe like the 2-stall pike stuff engine facility, tossing it up in here so I can have a place for me to park my Aberdeen and Rockfish Railroad locomotives, and this is where they'll be stored at. So that's the plan over here. And then, of course, keeping the coal power plant over here. On this coal power plant, I've got some ideas that I've been looking at in Walther's magazines, where I'm going to slice and dice the power plant that Walther's puts out, and then adding this shops building right here to it to resemble the rotary bin where I would actually dump coal. So I don't want to actually put a rotary bin in here. However, adding some additional to the Walther's power plant with this shop building to resemble what would be the place where we would actually dump coal at, and going from there. So we'll see how that goes. Still, you know, trying to contemplate exactly how I want to put that in here, but that's where I'm going to go with that. But the big goal that we plan on going with is that aggregate plant I just showed you. All right. So that was a quick run around the layout and some projects and stuff I began working on. So if you have any input on some of the stuff I asked for opinions on, please by all means give me what you think I should do with those things. Particularly the aggregate plant, the back side of the layout where I'm thinking about putting a grain facility. Well, I know I'm putting a grain facility, but I just don't know if I should put back there. Maybe it just becomes like a siding, some transloading. I don't know. But if you have any ideas, by all means, shoot them my way. I'll be honest, like I thought I had a good plan here. And I look at my track plan and I start laying things out, and you guys know how it works. Your brain changes, your train of thought goes 10 different directions. You look at someone else's layout and you're like, well, I wish I would have done it this way. So if you have any ideas, by all means, let me know. And I'll take them in consideration and shoot me a message, and maybe we can talk about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's good to be back, and I hope to get more videos up, and we'll go from there on keeping you guys updated on how the layout's going. All right, before I leave, I wanted to give some shout outs real quick to Vinny Vids, and Vinny Build Structures. Oh man, I'm getting tongue tied. BNSF 6951. My buddy out of Phoenix, Arizona. Good state of God's country, Arizona. So Vinny, it's good to see you at the train show this weekend, or a couple weekends ago. It's been a weekend from today. Anyways, it was good to see you finally and meet you in person. So you and Arthur, your buddy who has the in-home model railroad store going on, got his card. So looking forward to hitting him up and seeing what kind of things he's got going on, and wishing him the best of luck. And then my buddy Jeff, I know I mentioned you already, but man, you being around here in Southern California, shoot, within a mile of my house as the crow flies. So it's good to have people like you around here so that I can keep interest with the hobby. I know that I haven't posted videos, but you know, because I've been talking to you, that I've been busy, but we've been able to make some trips to the train store and things of that nature. So thank you, bud, for keeping my interest spiked in the hobby. And you're busy with school just as much as I'm busy with work. So yeah, he's a great guy. And then for all of the rest of you YouTube model railroaders guys out there, I appreciate you guys with all your videos. It's been motivating to keep me in the hobby and keep me going. And then one more last guy, my buddy Ben in North Carolina. It's good to see that you're coming back in, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some videos of you and what you got plans for your railroad. I'm jealous that you're on the East Coast. I'm living on the West Coast and trying to model the East Coast, so it's a little bit hard. But looking forward to videos from you. So anyways, I'm going to get off here, boys and girls, and I'll be looking to see you in the future. Until next time, you guys have a good one, and train on.